Hello, hello. We're live. Live number 10 today. It's a pretty big one to think that we've been doing this for, well, consecutively 10, not even 10 days because some of them were on the same day, but let's get started. Again, if you're new here, I am Fernando and I am documenting the process of creating my next Framer template. I'm sharing, hanging out as I do this, basically creating a next Framer template for e-commerce, and I'm showing my process, explaining how I do things there, and just kind of walking you through as I also learn how to do things with Framer Commerce, and yeah, like get everything working for this first one. Hopefully we'll have many more to come. If you haven't yet, check out my current template at hippodesign.studio. I also have a component that I have forgotten to mention on the previous lives. It's a component for actually two. One of them is no longer necessary because it was for auto height on images. Pretty simple CSS property that Framer didn't support, but now they do. Really useful for basically CMS collections where you have images that have basically different heights, different proportions, stuff like that. The other one is called Hover Words with Images, and it's a pretty cool little animated component with a bunch of different properties that you can customize. Actually, I can show you how that looks. So you get a layout something like this, and I'm gonna hit preview here for a second. So you can choose which of the words in your paragraph is gonna have an image when you hover, and you can customize literally everything, like which words, as I said, out of the text. So like first you just put your paragraph here, you choose which words you want to have the highlight, and you can even reorder if you want. In this case, it doesn't really make any difference, actually, but if you add one, of course, it has to be contained within that paragraph. So let's do like studio. You can add a link or not. Sometimes you may want to link it somewhere. Sometimes you just want to highlight something. So here, you just choose an image. Just going to put something here just to show you. And there you go. You just see that, already see that highlighted there. And when you hover over it, it's going to have that image applied. And you can customize all sorts of things, like here you can choose the tag of the main text element, like this whole block, what it's encased by in terms of HTML tags, style, everything in terms of typography, obviously, the words themselves, like if you want to have the underlines or not, what happens when you hover over them, image styling, so you can add, border radius around the images, add a shadow, remove shadow, customize this shadow, add rotation or not, because you see there's a little bit of a lag movement, and you can also customize this lag movement here, like when you move the cursor, the image lags behind a little bit, as you can see, so that rotation is also set up there. Anyway, lots of stuff to customize. It's pretty cool component that you can use on actually many different types of sites. Super flexible. If you haven't yet, check it out. It is listed on the marketplace. It's the link on my my marketplace, my Framer marketplace page. So it's if you want to go and check it out, Framer marketplace.framer.com/ and then you just do Hippo Design, and that should take you to my page. Actually, I think I have an underscore. Let's check it out just to be sure. Don't usually link to my own page that much, so I want to just make sure. or there's an at maybe. Let's see, creator space, checkout. Apologize for that. I didn't have this prepared. Let's see, view. Yeah, so it's slash marketplace.framer.com slash at hippo dash design. So that's why it's a little bit different. Cool. So yeah, check it out if you haven't yet. Now we're going to go ahead and go back, circle back to our Framer component there, Framer template there. I have some things open here as references because as I build the Framer Commerce structure here, it's not super intuitive, and I'm having trouble figuring out some things like how they're supposed to be set up, and they're pretty specific. Sometimes you have to do things exactly the way that it needs to be both on Shopify and in Framer, which makes sense, but obviously it's not the most straightforward all of the time. In any case, basically, I actually just finished figuring out how to get it to work here on the category page. And by the way, just to finish what I was saying, that's why I have this. It's a template, like a free template that Framer Commerce provides. I guess you can use it as like a starter, but I'm using it to actually reference how to connect the elements and how things have to be done, and structures for CMS and fields for products and stuff like that. And I also bought this one by Anna Supply. Amazing job that they did here. I am just checking out the same, like how things are set up, because some things here are done in a way that's closer to what I want to do on mine in terms of structure and functionality. So I went ahead and bought it just to have that reference, because some things, they're just not done the same way here on the Framer Commerce one. So anyway, that's why I have all of those open a lot of the time. Here is the category page that I just figured out how to make work, and it's actually super cool. The way that it works is that we have basically our shop was previously linking to like the collection, which, well, a little bit confusing with the whole category and collection thing. But in Shopify, I actually realized that now it's been a little bit since the last time that I set up the CMS inside of Shopify, because people from my team were doing it on the last projects that I did. So now I just jumped in to have a look, and the product type is actually working much better. So I think that's more suitable for these product groupings, which to me, they're categories, like e-commerce categories. But in terms of a field, we can just group them by product type. And that's what was tripping me up, because we also have collections, which is how back when I last set up an e-commerce catalog, just like the data side of it, when we were using collections for that, because the product type wasn't really super reliable, let's say, because you didn't have kind of a standardized thing that could be referenced across different products. But now we do. So it's much better to use that for this purpose, and then collections for things like actual product groupings, like, I don't know, something that's about to be like it's like the last few pieces of it and they're going to get rid of it, it's going to be discontinued, or stuff that's on sale, or for things that are grouped by purpose and not necessarily by product type, since we have that specific dedicated field now. So it's been a while. It's not now, but anyway, now for me. So the point is, I figured out how to make this work now, which is pretty cool. The way you do it is you set it up both inside of Framer Commerce, the products that are coming from Shopify that go into the Framer Commerce collection, but you also create a categories CMS collection inside of Framer, and then you have the fields that you need to set up. So what I had to do is I just kind of copied what they're doing here on Offside on the example template from Framer Commerce, but you need these two fields there: filter type, Shopify, and filter value. This one is an option type field, and this one is just a text field. and then you create a category for each of the types that you wanna have. In this case, it doesn't have to be just for types. That's what's cool. You can actually use for the same collection here, you can create groupings by type, but also like here by sale, which is by collection, which is in case of sale. The all is all, and then you also have product tag that you can use for the same purpose if you want to. So it's cool because then you can create those groupings here depending on what kind of grouping you want to select. And then on Shopify, actually let me pull it up to show you because it may not be obvious for everyone. So on Shopify, we go ahead and here I'm just using the bulk editor. It's easier to see, but you can do that if you go into the product one by one also. So you just go in and you add a product type, and this is what I was talking about. Like now you can just reference the existing ones, and that basically minimizes, I'm not going to say eliminates, but minimizes quite a bit the risk of selecting something that, of typing something with one character differently, case sensitive, stuff like that. And yeah, so anyway, you just select the product type there, right? And then that product type is going to be pulled in to your synced collection from Shopify into Framer Commerce, and you get that here just next to collections tags. So that's how you can kind of start tying these two things together. So here, for example, I have the product type couch, and under filter value I have to say couch because this collection, like this category couches, is for all the products that have product type of value couch. So once you have that set up, you just take the catalog component, catalog display from Framer Commerce, set up your CMS collection. In this case, it's going to be, actually it's a reference to a stack that has the collection. Like in this case, it's just that collection of products is loaded here. And then I'm using the styling, like I'm styling everything the way I wanted to look there over on this side, right? And then I'm just referencing those products without any filtering, anything like that, which is part of what tripped me up because I was initially setting like a category collection and then a products collection, like a reference, and I thought that that was how I should do that, but it's not. It's actually, once you understand it, it's faster and simpler, but it's pretty confusing to understand how it should be done if you don't know like where to start, basically. And even when you see it done, it's kind of confusing to see this stuff, like you don't really understand what that is necessarily. And now that's basically what I was telling you, like you can choose the filter type. Because it says filter, it's not so obvious, right? But you can say filter type when it's all set to all, collection, product type, anyway, just to say that this value is going to be collection when the filter type is collection on this category. So I know it's confusing, but yeah, it does work. And then filter value, it's going to just reference this field there, right? So basically that's how that works. And then of course you have to make sure that everything is mapped properly on your product card. If you don't have a component, then that's fine, but you still have to match like the properties. You have to have product ID for sure properly set up. The rest, I feel like it's more to display it here, but stuff like price, for example, and title also is going to definitely get used to do the sorting. So that's where we end up next. So if we have a look here, no, went to the wrong page, but that's fine. So now the shop, I linked it to all products. So now you can see that like all products is actually like a category as well, right? You can even see here, if you look on the bottom left of my screen, hopefully, oh no, I think my face is going to be covering it. Anyway, you can just see it, the URL there, it's /shop/category/all. So whatever we click here, it's just going to load our collection and the products that are inside it. And when there's nothing, you just see the empty state, which is also defined here. It's another connection that this component is referencing. It's just a stack, and whatever you design and put in here is going to show up there. It's actually something I wanted to adjust. So I'm gonna remove the padding here. And that should, because like here we have double padding, because we also have padding in the container over there. And that should get rid of it. Let's see. Yeah, so that's what I want. I'm gonna tweak the design of this a little bit. It's not exactly working for this. I was just like repurposing it initially from different parts of the site that use this empty state, but obviously for this like page state, it doesn't work exactly like this. I'm gonna have to adapt it, but it's just to show that like when you have something that doesn't have products, that's what shows up. And also here we actually are able to sort. It's pretty cool. Totally custom design as well. Like that component is just something that we like. You can just get from the plugin, or you just get it from one of the templates, and then you just reference the same way here. You just reference those elements there, like those states, primary and hover, and there we can basically customize everything, right? So that's actually quite cool. That made me feel like actually changing a little bit. Let's see, mid-gray, the design here. I think I'm just gonna go and kind of use the same pattern, but I'm gonna do, is mid-gray too little contrast? Maybe. Maybe like this dark cream. I'm gonna do something that I wasn't gonna do, but I'm just gonna make it a little bit darker, because it's not actually quite a bit darker, not just a little bit, because for accessibility, like that's already not the best, so just improve it a little bit. But this way we have more consistency. That's also present. This whole thing is also present here in the on the home page, so I'm just gonna go ahead and adjust it. I was debating whether I should make that component, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so just so it doesn't repeat. Product categories. Cool. And here, actually, let me make sure that this is still functioning. I think it should, because I didn't change anything. Like I just changed the name of the collection and the handle, but it's still tied to the same one. So that should still be working. Beautiful. It is. Cool. We do have a container here that we don't have on the other pages. Actually, I should set that up. That's true. But that's fine. Let's do that next. When we're doing responsiveness, we're going to look into that. For now, let's see. I want to see if there's anything else to adjust. Well, here we're missing a link to the product, because I had to redo that linking a few times, like the linking between this component and what's shown here. So some things that were kind of like pretty basic didn't really come through. But that's fine. Like I'm just going to go ahead and set that up from here. So I'm wondering whether or not we should product list card, whether we should have a link inside, because sometimes we're referencing it in places that already have a link outside, so we don't want to have nested links, have that error in our template to be fully optimized. So like here, that's fine. Here, I'm pretty sure we're referencing that card. It does have a link property. Let's see, is that the same card? Floating product card. It's not. So, I mean, I guess we'll just add that. And I guess if we do have anything where it's nesting, it's being nested, we can go ahead and remove it or change it. So here I'm just gonna add a variable for link. I mean, yes, smooth if it's a scroll, but in this case, I don't think it'll ever be. That's gonna be a, let's see, shop. I guess slash categories slash, no, sorry, shop slash slug should be the way to go there. Let's try that out. Let's see. This one, okay, beautiful. That works. Before I publish, let me just go ahead and do the same over here. So shop slash slug should do it. I also need to populate those empty states with CMS stuff. So I'm actually gonna just write that here on my little to-do list because because I might forget. So populate categories on empty states with CMS on empty states. Okay, beautiful. And here we have everything. Okay, let's go ahead and just, sorry, I'm just doing this off screen here for the moment. Beautiful. Cool. So, as I said, this is working quite well already. I'm super excited about this because it's going to open up so many possibilities here for like just this and also new developments, like new websites with e-commerce. Now, I want to go ahead and let's see. Maybe we'll check it out already, like just see where we can add categories with our collection list here instead of just adding something. Was that the thing that had the link? Let's see, this one. Well, that's fine. So view all. Let's add a transform. If we can we? Set variable title. Okay, add transform. And let's add a suffix of view all. Sorry, prefix, I meant. View all. And here we're just gonna go ahead and let's see, limit. Thinking what's the best way of going about this, because of course we don't want to have see check out other categories. So here let's limit this, and it's going to be a stack of a vertical stack. What was our gap here before? 10. Let me just redo. Come on, Framer. That's fine. So gap of, oh no, yeah, that's what it should be. Oh, of course, gap of 20 on the Y. No, gap of 10. And we're going to go ahead and limit. We have an issue with the transforms still because I backed out too much. And here, let's just set a limit. Okay, cool. Check out other categories. Now, I want to go ahead and design this a little bit more because obviously, like I said before, this is not working so well for a page. So I'm actually going to do category page here, and I'm gonna, can I add a layout templates to this? Probably not. So let's see. Page wrapper, no. Mega menu. I'm just gonna add a frame and just add this over there. Let's grab whatever is in our page templates. Yeah. Take those. Well, it's nav bar and footer essentially, right? Let's see if I can just drop those in. Beautiful. Now, should I do that or maybe just design from the rest of the page? I don't know. Let's see. 1440 should all be set to, I mean, it should be set to fill again. It's 1440, not like a billion something. Cool. Our nav bar is just going to be a relative of 100. Cool. And we have a green background. This one's going to be, where is it missing? Oh, light BG. Good. Here I'm just going to add like category just to have something. And that's where, here's where we're going to add our empty state. So I want to go ahead and be able to like, it'd be nice if we could toggle this just to be able to see it while we're laying it out, but that's fine. It's okay. It's gonna work for now. No problem. So let's see, pages, category page. Over here, I'll just paste that in. This one, we don't need that. This is gonna be set to fill. Add the padding. Yeah, cool. So first things first, this should probably have a min height. Sorry, min height. Yeah. Of, I don't know, like 1000 maybe, something like that. No, that's probably a little too much. 600, just so it doesn't feel like super empty. This one we're gonna expand, we're gonna fill, and there is where I'm a little bit unsure. Let's see, actually I'm gonna, let me think. I think I'm gonna do something like this instead. That stack is gonna be vertical. No, this one's gonna be vertical. You know what? Keyboard shortcuts framer. I want to memorize the shortcut for, if there is one, for the layout direction here. So we do have help select keyboard shortcuts. Cool. Those do framer. Where's help? Select keyboard shortcuts. Cool. So layout. Add stack. Fit. Remove wrapper. We don't have it. Alignment. Distribute. Option A, option H. Yeah, no, we don't have it for direction. That's a shame. It would be super helpful. Anyway, so back to this, set it to a vertical stack. I want to go ahead and, let's see, actually copy this as text. Am I able to I'm gonna copy this as text here. Copy text. Okay. Let's change our distribution here to, I guess, space between, and then actually, no, just do it at start, and then this one's gonna grow for us to fill the whole space. Yeah, cool. No products category, products in this category yet. 2020. Let's see. Wonder if I can add. Yeah, I'm gonna add more. Cool. And this one, set it to fill. Space between. Check out our other categories. Maybe we can have more than 3 now. Let's do a stack. Oh. Oops, too much. 5. I'm thinking I could maybe have a little image of them. Or maybe this would fit. Also fit. And this could be larger. It's yeah, let's have a fixed height there. This could be like something like that, maybe. And that could change on hover. Is that too complicated for this? I don't know. Maybe. It might be. Check out other categories. We don't want to have, we don't want to have view all. So let's add a condition. Let's see. Title. Now I forgot how I did it. Oh yeah, it's because I was in a different page, so that's fine. We'll adjust that inside the page. So I'm just gonna bring this back. Cool. Let's see. Check out other categories. Maybe this can just be like, check out other categories above. I want to have it look empty. So maybe something like one of the grays there. No border. Maybe cool to do it with the palette. So like something like the cream, except more towards like a light, kind of light gray. Little bit of hue there. Something like that. I want to see how that would look, so I'm going to add something here just to have a visual. No products in this category. This category doesn't have products yet. Oh yeah, you can just reset it with a button here. So view all products. Let's get like, no, let's add a button. Project button, insert, view all products. Check out all the products in our catalog. Okay, cool. I think something like this could work well. Let's try that. Empty state. It would be this one instead. Obviously, let's see, this can be set to, that one doesn't matter, this one's set to fill. I think that should do it. Empty large. Remove this one. And here we're just gonna go to view all products. Oops. Add a link here. Collection slug. The slug is going to be all. Beautiful. Optimization warning. We have a nested link somewhere. Where is the nested link? Oh, it's because we did have a link property there, didn't we? No, we don't. Okay. Where is the nested link? External component slideshow. Oh. I didn't have a link here though. I'm not sure if I set it up before. Like somewhere on the elements that are here. Oh yeah, that's why. Because we were adding here before. So we just remove this one. And that should take care of it. Let's see. Cool. All right, beautiful. So now coming back to our collection page. Just want to see when we have no results. Okay. It's not showing everything there. Let's see what's happening here. Is there anything that's referencing content? Doesn't have any products yet. It's weird why it's like removing this one. Is it because there's a link there? Like maybe. Let's check that out. Let's see. That might bug it out. That's quite weird. Does that have, let's see, fill, and that has a height of fixed. I guess let's add, can we add a min height here or can't we? No, we can't. I mean, we don't have the option at least. Huh. That's odd. Let's see, what if I add different stack? Oh, now I can. Okay, so that's what was happening there probably. So fill. I'm actually gonna, this is just gonna be a holder for everything. That's gonna be our empty state. So an empty state, yeah, that's fine. It's just a wrapper. So I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and copy the style there. Paste it, remove everything from here. Move this, padding set it to 0. And maybe even this fill, I guess that doesn't really change anything, but let's see. That should do it, I think. And of course we need our min height, obviously. Fill, cool. And here, yeah, so we need a min height of, what was it, 600? I think. Let's double check, but I think so. 600, beautiful. So back to our categories page. Should do it. Let's see. Beautiful. We've got it. All right. So now I think we should be okay to add our link there. To be honest, it's literally the same as clicking the all button here at the top, but that's fine. It's just so that if someone kind of like gets presented with this screen and doesn't know what to do, had to fix that. They can just go ahead and click here, all products. Cool. Let's see. We have a little bit of a weird cropping happening there. No, let's see, no clipping. We don't want any clipping. Visible in there. Visible as well. Because our masking is taken care of inside the component. So is that enough? Did that do the trick? Visible and visible. Nope. I guess it depends on the word, or no, all of them are kind of cropped. It's the S. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of padding on the right here. So let's see. Yeah. That's fine. A little bit of padding on the right is okay. Like a 1, 2, maybe. I think that should do it. Cool. All right, so, and then the other thing I was thinking about, like, whenever we click this, we do have a link there, but I'm thinking it would also be nice to like scroll people back down, although I don't want to have nested links, so I'm gonna check with Framework RS if it's possible to add that property, because it does feel more like a filter when we're using it in Framework like this, because it's so fast, especially if you're looking down at our like at this list here. Like if I go here and I select something, I kind of don't want to, you know, have the page reload like that. This page is nice, like this layout is really nice for when you're coming from another place, like say you're on the home page and I don't know, you want to check out the shelves, right? That's super cool because then we can see where we are and everything. But as soon as you start interacting with these ones, it's probably better to like keep the place where you are on the screen. Anyway, the scroll position, I mean. Let me just check something because I think we do have double padding there happening. Yeah, because again, another thing that I'm gonna just ask if it's possible to change on. It also happens on the search. So catalog display. I'm just typing this to let them know. We have basically the empty state is getting, oops, empty state is getting added just like inside of the same container, and you lose the styling. I'm going to show you what I mean in a moment. So here we do have padding, like, actually it's not that we lose the styling, sorry, it's the styling is compounding, right? So we have the padding of 20, and here there's the padding of 20 as well, right? So really what they want us to do, I think, is to use the layout options there, but it's like, you know, sometimes like in a case like this where I'm reusing my existing site, because I was building this out before I connected to Framework Commerce because I didn't know exactly what the structure should be. Then now what happens is like we're getting a compound effect of padding being added for both. You can see here it's twice the padding, and the reason is because it's just taking this empty state and it's injecting it into that container there, which already had the padding because it's coming from here. So it should really replace everything with what's in here instead. For now, we're just going to add padding of 0 everywhere, except for the top, actually, because in this case we do need it. Set it to publish, and that should fix it. So we're going to see half of the padding now. Yeah, cool. The other way to do it is just like add no padding there, no padding here either, and then just add it from there, right? So like do all the styling here. So like background, padding of 20. It's probably the best way to go here in this case, just because someone's gonna be customizing it, but like as a customer. But anyway, that should also make it work quite well. But in this case, like we, you know, it would be nice to see the empty state when we're designing. So the same issue as not being able to see it here. Even here, when you design it, you lose that padding because it's going to get added twice. So yeah, now that should also take care of it. Yeah, this one, I don't get why it's happening. Let's try publish again. Because we shouldn't have any compounding since there's only one padding being added in only one place. There we go. Something weird's going on. So let's see. 80, 80, 80. Should I set it explicitly? Maybe. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. Because sometimes maybe that's getting cached. Cached. I don't know how that should be pronounced. Anyway. Yeah, we do still have double. That doesn't make sense to me. We should just have 20 all around. But okay, so let's just revert back to what we had before. Gonna add the padding on our container instead, remove it from the empty state, and I know that this is gonna work, right? So let's have a look there. Okay, that's correct. All products also correct. All right, beautiful. And I think we're pretty much good with that. That's cool. Okay, finally done with this page. Let's have a look now what else we need to do. Categories, is that still valid? That's a good point. Let's see. Oh, actually that's wrong. I relinked everything, but this one shouldn't have been relinked to the categories all. It's just shop/categories instead, which was what it was before, in fact. That's okay. So here, that link here should be taking us there. Beautiful. And upon click of this element, basically, I'm going to choose close menu because we want to be sure to close our navigation when we're on a different page and like go to some other page. Going to do the same there. So any clicking here on our links, it's going to close the menu. Same thing here. Close menu. Cool. And that's pretty much it for that. Okay. So now let's go ahead and add our collections as a dynamic thing here. Let's see. Those will be our featured collections, let's call them. It's easier to just grab it from here, maybe. Say categories, collection list loading. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Add that in. And here we're going to do this. Limit to 3. Set our text to be the title. And let's see. Actually, this should be, let's see, featured. Yeah, let's make it a component. Menu featured categories. Yeah. Cool. And that's gonna be set variance. Oops, sorry. I just want to rename it. Light and dark. Jesus Christ, okay. Light and dark. There, the color is going to be set to black. And that's all. So, sorry, back to our menu there. This one is the dark. Sorry, the light variant. Here it's going to be dark. Yeah? Cool. Dark, dark, dark. And this one is also actually our primary should be dark instead. So dark, color black, and here the color will be set to cream. Cool. Set it back to the initial value on all of those. Perfect. And here, override it to light. Okay, didn't make any difference. Sorry about that. Didn't think this through. Light and dark. Cool. Dark, 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 dark. All right, that should do it. So now we'll be able to select which categories we want to feature. So let's think here. Maybe we can add a little property there to be able to like set the ones that are going to show up here. So let's see. Featured in menu. Default is no. This one's gonna be set to yes. Let's do our, I don't know, couches. It's so annoying when I can't easily grab it. Featured in menu. Shelves, wardrobes. Let's do like couches, all, and I don't know, credenzas maybe. Yeah. So there, the filter will be okay, why doesn't it let me? Oh, okay. That's interesting that it did that. Okay, cool. So it came to our parent there, the filter properties. Source categories, filters, match all. Featured in menu. Let's sort by title, I guess. Z to A. Yeah. Credenzas and couches and all. Yeah, I'm almost renaming the all to all products, actually. Let's see, is that too big? I mean, let's do all, that's fine. I think we should be good to go into responsiveness after that. Just quite exciting. Actually, animation before responsiveness, because, yeah, we still have this little bug there, by the way. Animation before responsiveness, because then whatever we do for animation on desktop can just cascade down. Oh, those aren't going to the link. Why not? Conscious all. Do we have a link as a parent somewhere? What's happening here? No. Nothing weird here. Category has a link of. I mean, that looks correct. Credenzas. That's weird. Links just aren't working. But I wonder why. If it's a symbol, it should just be showing for working for both. Yeah. That's quite weird, isn't it? Is there an action here on click somewhere? That's super weird. I'll republish just to kind of hope that it's going to reset something. It's going to couches. Why? That is really odd. Maybe it's because of this, like the way that it's kind of set up like that, with the actual component being the collection. Like, it shouldn't, really shouldn't, but who knows, maybe that's why. No, it's not. Of course, I forgot. I feel so stupid. Okay, it's my fault, sorry. It's just gonna remove, I'm just gonna remove this. I definitely have to standardize it, because even I'm getting confused where the links should be changed. I'm gonna add that to my list. Yeah, here it's going to be on the link, so it's not couches, it is the shop category slug. Beautiful. Okay, so if I go into credenzas, all right, that's great. So I'm gonna redo the sorting there, just because just because I want all to be the last one. It looks a little weird when it's not. I think we're good. I mean, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, there's a weird thing that's happening, which is like the pricing is not the same for each of them. So let's just address that problem first, and then we'll finish because we're at the hour mark. So we have product compare, product price. From It's not even showing that. It's a bit weird. Oh yeah, of course, because this is being set up. Oh, so actually, let's see, price. Okay, now I understand what's happening, because I guess it's being referenced twice. Price is the price. And we're in here. Price is price. So let's see. No, that is correct. Okay, that's why. Compare price. Create a variable for prefix. And here also a variable for from price prefix. And this one is compare price prefix. Placeholder, oh, was from, cool. I think that should do it. Let's see. Update, and should all be looking the same now, at least. Still don't. It's weird because if that's the compare price, then it should be showing both. Oh, it's not. Huh. It's only for this one too. Everything else kind of has their own, has its own pricing. So weird. Product ID, price, from price, sale, hide when. Oh yeah, format is fine. Hide when 0, preview 0. Let's check what if it says something on the element there. Roll at horizontal. That's quite weird. So I don't have anything else like that isn't a price. So why the heck is that like this? Sale. Okay, maybe this one is set to be on sale. Like if there's a compare price. But again, if there is one, that then there should be getting pulled into here. 2979. No. Let's see. Couch. Okay. Price, compare price. Okay. But then Oh, it's just set to not visible. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. Now it's gonna show both of them, and it's just a styling thing, and that'll be good. Cool. All right, so I have to just tweak that as well. Prefix, always show USD. No, it's gonna be the same. Show symbol, hide code, hide when 0, and it's in euros. All right, I think we're good for this one. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. See you on the next one. Again, if you haven't yet, check out hippodesign.studio. And yeah, I'll see you on the next live. Thanks for being here. Have a good one.